Story number 1, The Vault of Whispering Tales. A hidden vault beneath an ancient city holds stories that don't just get told, they come alive. Beneath the oldest part of the city, where the streets twist into forgotten corners and the air feels heavier with time, there is a door no map has ever marked. Most who pass above it never feel a thing, but some pause. Not because they see it, but because something calls to them. On a quiet night, long after the city had fallen into silence, a lone wanderer named Aaron walked those streets. He wasn't searching for anything in particular, yet something pulled at him, soft, persistent, like a whisper just beyond hearing. The deeper he went, the narrower the alleys became. Stone walls closed in, and the sounds of the world faded until even his own footsteps seemed distant. Then he saw it. At the end of a dim corridor of stone, half hidden beneath creeping ivy and shadow, stood a massive door. Ancient, carved, still. Symbols stretched across its surface, patterns that seemed to shift when he looked too long, like they weren't meant to be fully understood. Aaron stepped closer. The air grew warmer. He raised his hand, hesitated for only a moment, and pressed his palm against the stone. At once, the symbols ignited, soft gold light spreading outward beneath his touch. The door trembled, not with force, but with recognition, and slowly it opened. A breath of warm air rolled out, carrying with it the scent of old pages, distant rain, and something else, something alive. Aaron stepped inside. The door closed behind him without a sound. What lay within was impossible. The vault stretched far beyond the limits of the world above. Rows upon rows of shelves rose into darkness, filled with books of every size and shape. Some floated gently in the air. Others rested quietly, humming with a faint, steady pulse. Light drifted like dust in the air, golden particles that moved with intention as though guiding him forward. Aaron took a slow step, then another. The moment he reached out and touched the spine of the nearest book, the vault responded. A low hum spread through the space, deep and resonant, like a heartbeat echoing through stone. The book opened on its own, and the world around him changed. He was no longer standing in the vault. He stood in a forest. Not an ordinary forest, but one that breathed. The trees shifted when he wasn't looking directly at them. Their branches stretched and curled, leaves whispering in a language older than memory. Soft lights flickered between the trunks. Small creatures, watching, waiting. A breeze passed through, and with it came voices. Not words exactly, but feelings, wishes, fragments of thoughts left behind by those who had once stood there. Aaron turned slowly, taking it in, and then just as suddenly he was back. Back in the vault. The book closed. He stared at it, breath unsteady. "What is this place?" a voice answered. Not from behind him, not from the book, from everywhere. Each story you touch lives. Aaron turned. From the far end of the vault, a figure emerged. Tall, cloaked, its form shifting like smoke in dim light. Its presence didn't feel threatening, but it carried weight. Age. Knowledge. "I am the keeper," it said softly, "and this is where stories are kept until they are remembered again." Aaron looked back at the book in his hands. "That wasn't just a story," he said. "No," the keeper replied. "It was a world, one of many." Around him, the vault stirred. Books shifted on their shelves. Some drifted closer as if drawn to him. Others glowed faintly, waiting. Aaron reached for another. This one pulsed with a cool blue light. The moment it opened, the air filled with sound, waves crashing, wind roaring. And suddenly he stood at the edge of an endless ocean, beneath a sky filled with falling stars. Ships sailed not on water, but through the air itself, gliding between constellations. Their sails shimmered like woven light, catching stardust as it fell. One passed close overhead. He could hear laughter, music, freedom. The feeling hit him deeper than the first, and then back again, the vault. Aaron exhaled slowly, trying to steady himself. "How many are there?" he asked. The keeper's voice echoed gently. "As many as have ever been imagined, and many that have not yet been." Aaron walked forward, deeper into the vault now. Each step seemed to awaken something. Lights brightened, books drifted closer. The air itself felt charged with anticipation. He reached for another, then another. A city built on clouds where streets formed from sound, a desert where time moved differently depending on where you stood. A quiet village where people baked memories into bread, sharing pieces of their lives with every meal. Each story wrapped around him completely, sight, sound, feeling, before releasing him back into the stillness of the vault. Time stopped making sense. Minutes felt like hours, or maybe hours felt like minutes. Eventually Aaron slowed, not from exhaustion, but from realization. "These aren't just stories," he said quietly. The keeper stepped closer, its form clearer now, though still not fully seen. No, it said, they are reflections of those who created them and those who find them. Aaron looked around. The vault no longer felt overwhelming. It felt alive, watching, waiting, choosing. One book remained still among the others. It did not glow, it did not move, yet it drew his attention more than any before it. Aaron approached slowly. This one, he said. The keeper did not respond immediately. Then, every seeker reaches one story that is different. Aaron placed his hand on it. The vault went silent, completely silent. The moment the book opened, darkness. Not empty, not cold, but deep. Endless, and within it a single light, small. Flickering, Aaron stepped toward it. As he did, the light grew brighter, shifting, forming shapes, memories, moments, possibilities. Things he recognized, things he had forgotten, things that had never happened but could. He stopped, understanding. This story wasn't from the vault. It was his. The light pulsed once, and then he was back. The vault returned around him, quiet, still, changed. Aaron closed the book slowly. The keeper stood beside him. You see now, it said. Aaron nodded. This place doesn't just hold stories. It reveals them. The keeper inclined its head. And now you carry them. The glow of the vault dimmed slightly. Far above, faint light began to filter down. Dawn. Aaron turned toward the entrance. He hadn't noticed it before, but now it was there, waiting, when he paused before leaving. Will it still be here? He asked. The keeper's voice softened. It is always here. Aaron stepped toward the door. As it opened, the first light of morning spilled in, washing the stone in gold. He stepped through. The door closed behind him, and just like that, the alley was empty, silent, as if nothing had ever been there at all. Aaron stood still for a moment, then turned and walked back into the waking city. But something had changed. Not the world, him. And somewhere beneath his feet, far below stone and silence, the vault stirred once more, waiting, listening for the next story to be found.